to my channel. It's Hilary Jubilee. If you're new, I talk about manifestation, conscious creation, and the law of assumption here. If you're interested in those topics, please click the like button down below and subscribe, and we will get into it. Before we do get into it, I just want to mention that I do offer coaching. My prices are pretty reasonable at the moment, and the prices are listed on my Instagram highlights, and I will drop that information in the description box below this video. So today's video is about testing everyone as you pushed out. So recently I did a challenge on my Instagram. It was a 2-week challenge where every day for 2 weeks, we all decided to manifest something random. So I took suggestions and then I came up with some on my own, and every day I put something random. I made a post on my Instagram, and you can still see them. They're all there on my Instagram, the 14 days of the random list of things. It was really fun. A lot of people took part in it, and people sent me their manifestations every day, and we had so many manifestations. It was amazing. A lot of people messaged me and told me that they were grateful for the challenge because it made them, remember how powerful they are or realize how powerful they are for the first time. And I do recommend doing a test like that if you are doubting everyone as you pushed out, if you're doubting the law of assumption, if you're doubting that it's real. That is the way that reality works. What we focus on grows. So when you can test it on little things that you don't really care about, nothing is bigger or smaller. We are actually God, or we are source, or we are infinite intelligence. So nothing is actually larger or smaller. It's just how our human perspective, from our human perspective, we place some things on a pedestal, or we perceive something as larger or smaller, when really it's all just us and it's all just part of us. Nothing is separate from you. You can manifest anything you want, but if you're just starting out, it can be a good way to test your power when you have no resistance to, little things. So I'll give a few examples of what we did. So the first thing was a woolly mammoth, which I was kind of laughing to myself about that because it's just so random. We have a museum here where I live in Victoria, BC, and there's a giant life-size woolly mammoth in there. And when I was a kid, I used to be super scared of it, but I didn't go to the museum or anything, but it kind of made me think, it's an ice age, woolly mammoths are an ice age. And I said in the challenge, don't turn on ice age on purpose. When you're testing everyone as you pushed out, you don't go searching out for it. You just decide that you're gonna manifest that thing, and then you go about your life as normal. And even for myself, it was hard because I was kind of really noticing things and looking in shop windows as I'd walk down the street, oh, am I gonna see it there? Am I gonna see no, don't force it. Be aware of your surroundings and but just do it with ease and not forcing oh, when am I gonna see it? Why isn't it here yet? I didn't see the woolly mammoth on the first day. I think it was about halfway through. I had already been manifesting other things on the other days, and then the woolly mammoth came up for me on a Peloton bikes ad. It was way in the corner. You can see the highlight on my Instagram, everyone as you pushed out challenge. Many other ones that other people have manifested, and then mine are on there too, and it's really fun to go and look at them. But yeah, the woolly mammoth was a funny one. My two favorite ones that I got were, one of the days was a pink car, and where I live, pink cars aren't common at all. It's pretty rare. And I was downtown and I was walking around, and I just had, when you're manifesting, I'm just going to say a little something about letting the state lead here, because when you are getting into the state of the wish fulfilled, you get into that state and you let the state lead. You're not forcing anything. You're not, oh, I need to figure out what my next move is. No, inspired action or any action that you need to take, you will be led to do so. And you wouldn't be questioning, well, should I be taking this action? So an example of this, I just had a feeling that I should go to this coffee shop where they have these vegan apple fritter donuts that I really like. And I had already had a London fog that day. I love London fogs with soy milk or oat milk, but I had already had one that day, and I was I want another one. Don't know, I usually would only have one, but I just had a feeling to go to this coffee shop during this Everyone As You Pushed Out challenge. So I'm walking over to this coffee shop, get my apple fritter and my London fog, and this is when I'm trying to manifest this pink car. And there's a place across the street from this coffee shop that I went to called the Pink Bicycle. And I was aware of that place, you know, when I was manifesting the pink car. When I was thinking about manifesting a pink car, this Pink Bicycle restaurant, it's like a burger joint, that was in my awareness, that restaurant was in my awareness. And I was kind of like, well, no, I'm not manifesting a pink bicycle, I'm manifesting a pink car. But it was directly across the street from this coffee shop that I was going to. Anyways, so I'm crossing the street with my apple fritter and my drink. And this Pink Bicycle place, I'm like, I'm aware of it. I've been there before. I know it's there. I just kind of like looked at it, and the artwork below the pink bicycle, like there's literally a pink bicycle in the window, and then underneath, like you can see the video on my highlight if you follow me on Instagram, but the artwork underneath on the cement underneath the window, I had never seen that before. I don't even think it was there previously, but now it's literally painted pink car, like headlights and pink. And I think it literally says pink in the corner. And it was like the painting of like a front of a car that's pink. And I took a video of it, and I was like, what the heck? Like, oh, and I did want to say, so letting the state lead is important. Like, just get into the state of the wish fulfilled. I'll make a video on like different ways that you can get into the state of the wish fulfilled and letting that state lead. But ultimately it's just like an ease and flow, and like it's like minimal resistance. Anyways, right before that, I actually walked across the street and saw that pink painting of a car. There was something else completely in my awareness, that completely unrelated, that I was trying to, revise or manifest or flip. And I was saying in my mind, I am God, there is no lack. Very boldly saying that in my mind about something completely unrelated. And like just trying to, center myself on the subject, like I am God, there is no lack. And that's when the pink artwork like caught my eye. Like, it's just funny how it happened. So then I was like pretty excited, and I was like in a really good mood from seeing that artwork. And I shouldn't say this, but I'm like pretty addicted to my phone, and I will just be walking down the street, like staring at my phone, like making the stories of like, oh my God, I saw the pink car, and just walking down the street, staring at my phone, walk a few blocks. And then I literally look up from my phone, and there's a pink Tesla pulled over on the side of the road. Like the guy driving the car is just like looking at his phone, but he's just like pulled over and the car's like running. I look up from my phone, and this pink Tesla, I've never seen one in my life, is just chilling, like right, like it literally just like appeared. I looked up and it was literally just there. And I was like, what? You could see the video on my Instagram. I was like, oh my God. Like, I couldn't even talk properly. I was like, this pink Tesla just like popped up in front of me. Anyways, that was probably my favorite one. And then another one that I put on the list for manifesting this Everyone Is You Pushed Out challenge was a ghost. And some people were like, I'll take a pass. Like, I'm not going to manifest a ghost. Like, I'm too scared. I don't know. When I think ghost, I'm not like, oh, like, creepy thing. Like, sure, that your mind might go there, but I'm thinking like, Scooby-Doo, there's like a sheet over them, and there's two holes in the eyes, like Halloween costume kind of thing. The second thing that comes to my mind is like Casper the Friendly Ghost, right? Like, that old show. Well, hopefully, if you don't know it, like, it's just like an old movie about a cartoon movie about a ghost, Casper the Friendly Ghost. Anyways, so yeah, people were like, yeah, I'm kind of scared. Like, I don't really want to manifest a ghost. And then I'm like, well, I challenged myself. Like in the challenge, the word was just ghost, like manifest a ghost. For myself, I wanted to challenge myself to manifest not just any ghost, but Casper the Friendly Ghost. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to manifest Casper the Friendly Ghost. And I was talking on the phone with my boyfriend, and it was a really sunny day. It's springtime here in Victoria, so it rains, and then the sun comes out, and sometimes it's warm. It's like all over the place. My boyfriend was outside tanning that day, and he referred to himself as Casper the Friendly Ghost. And I was like, Thank you for my manifestation. So I will explain how you can do this if you don't know how to test it. There are many different ways you can do it, right? So different ways that you can manifest are, scripting, visualization, and affirming, but different specific ways that you could do it. For me personally, I like to just see it in my mind, like with the woolly mammoth. I just saw a woolly mammoth in my mind's eye, right? Or I would just, say like pink car, pink car, pink car. Like I would just say that over and over. You can say, I intend to see a pink car. One person messaged me that they were like kind of stuck on the harmonica. I think day 2 was harmonica. It's just so random. I was like, I want to make some of them challenging. Well, nothing is harder or easier to manifest. It's just, we perceive it as challenging, right? Like woolly mammoth, so random. Harmonica, really random. Somebody messaged me that they were stuck on the harmonica and they said, harmonicas are so common. I see harmonicas all the time. Harmonicas are common. That's what she did. And her boyfriend ended up showing her some YouTube video where they were playing harmonicas, and her boyfriend was like, look at this part look at this harmonica solo, like pointing out the harmonica. So yeah, you can just, however you word it, doesn't matter. As long as the focus is a harmonica, or as long as the focus is whatever you're trying to manifest, it doesn't matter the wording. It's whatever, whatever comes naturally to you, but you can play around with different ways. For me with the harmonica, I used to have a metal harmonica when I was a kid. I don't know where it went, but I know exactly how that feels in your mouth. Like it's cold. It has a certain, metal taste. And I could hear the sound of it. I did not know how to play it well, but I know like the sound of it when you blow into a harmonica, it makes it's a musical instrument. It makes a certain sound. It has a certain feel in your mouth. I could feel it in my mouth and hear it. So that's another way, like visualization with tones of reality, as Neville Goddard says, like adding, senses into your visualization. That can be helpful too. Or you can say, I saw my harmonica today, at the beginning of the day, or I saw my harmonica this week. And then, like I said, you don't go like searching for it. You don't like, oh, where is it? Like I'm bad at this. Like, no, you intend to see it. You'd make a decision you're going to see it, or that you already saw it. You tell yourself you already saw it, or you see a visualization of it in your mind. And then you go about your life as normal. Just go about your life as normal. You need to there's no neediness. There's no law of assumption. You already saw it. You assume you're going to see it. It's inevitable that you're going to see it. You always see them. Or you hold a picture of it in your mind until it gets pushed out. Some people message me as well that they were doing the challenge, but not with the random things that I suggested. They wanted to just choose something random on their own. Somebody messaged me. They said they were choosing 2 things a day to see, and it was really fun, and they were seeing those things. So if you don't want to do the things that I suggested and you want to come up with your own, that's cool too. You can go and do the challenge and comment underneath how you were able to manifest them. Or you can, choose your own things and be creative and choose something random that you're going to see today or this week. And you can do it that way. You can also do it with phrases. I did one thing in the challenge, which was, I love you. And you could either see it written or hear it. And I thought that was a lovely thing to manifest as well. So you can do things where you can hear people say things as well. And that's another way to test everyone as you pushed out. I have another story where my friends and I tested everyone as you pushed out kind of in reverse. So 2 of my friends, we were in a group chat. There's a group of us in a group chat, but 2 of my friends assumed something for me. So I said, okay, you guys assume something for me and don't tell me what it is. And my friend Chris kind of joked, and he was like, haha, well, I could just assume that you're wearing a red shirt, and was sort of like, he was a little bit skeptical because we were discussing, the reverse of it, like other people assuming things for you, because, with the teachings of Neville Goddard and, in the manifestation community, you are the only one with free will when you're manifesting your desires. And I still believe that you are the only one with free will when you are, assuming for your desires, like when you're affirming for your desires and manifesting something in specific. Everyone and everything will move to get you what you want. That is true. But I also believe in collective consciousness. So if there's little things like, this example here, they're assuming something for me, and it didn't go against, any, like I had no resistance to it, and So anyways, I'll explain what it was. So my friend Chris kind of joked and was like, well, I could assume that you're wearing a red shirt. And he was just sort of, made a passing comment about it. And at the time when he said that, it was the morning, and I was in my pajamas still, and I had my robe on, and I just wasn't even thinking. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then when I went to go change my clothes, I took off my robe, and I was wearing a red pajama shirt, which I had put on the night before. And he had assumed that I was wearing a red shirt, and I happened to be wearing a red shirt, like I had put it on before he even said it. So I took off my robe and I was like, oh my God, I'm wearing a red shirt. And I took a photo. I took a selfie of myself with my, excuse my gross nails right now, but I took a selfie of myself with my, like this. And I sent it to them like, oh my God, you guys, I'm wearing a red shirt. And my other friend Karen, she's like, Hillary, is that a butterfly tattoo on your finger? I was like, yeah. She's like, I assumed I'd see a butterfly with you. So the two things that they assumed about me came true within like an hour of us testing that out. So you can assume it for your friends as well. Like you could be like, okay, assume something for me and I'll assume something for you. You can assume someone's gonna wear a certain color, different, you can play around with it in different ways. So everyone and everything is yourself pushed out. Nothing is separate from you, including, people in the background and their background conversations. Like if you become aware of like what you're hearing and things like that, like previous to learning about the law of assumption and about who you truly are, you may not pay too much attention to be too much aware of what's going on around you. But if you start to become aware and like listening and being present and, hearing things going on, like anything that you hear or anything you experience in your reality, whether you know the person or not, there's something, going on over there, like that you hear, start to be aware of it and pick up on things. And it's your own thoughts and assumptions, being reflected back to you. So it can be interesting when you can see what's going on in your subconscious by, just being aware of looking at your life and like, being aware of like subtle things in the background as well, like background conversations and things like that. So let me know in the comments down below if you're gonna try my challenge or manifest something random. I'd love to know what it is that you're testing out, and yeah, keep me updated. And you can go over to my Instagram and look at the highlight Everyone Is You Pushed Out and see all of that's not even all of them, but some of the things that we manifested. The highlight can only hold 100 slides on it, so there were way more than that. But on the posts as well, I posted 14 days worth of Everyone Is You Pushed Out challenge on my Instagram, and some of them have, screenshots of what people have messaged me that they manifested, and it's really fun. So let me know if you're gonna give that a try, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.